So going to college hockey, though, Charlie Stramel, I mean, I don't really know how much more we could even say about how fucking good he's been since getting to Michigan State. But like last week, they go up against Penn State, or last weekend. Obviously, tons of hype. The game's a fucking murder fest. Charlie Stramel was the best player on the ice for both of those games. Points in both. Actually, did he get a point in that first?
Didn't he get 3 points on the weekend?
This past weekend, and then he got 3, I think, last weekend too. But I can't remember if he factored in. Yeah, that was it. He didn't get, so they won 2-1 that in overtime. I think overtime in the first game against Penn State, and then he put up 4 points in the 5-0 drubbing. And he is just a monster. And like the point, like the assist that he's getting, some of the passes he's pulling off, like against, like off the rush against Penn State, some backhand sauce, did it again against Notre Dame, like turning pucks over, creating offense himself. And then he obviously this weekend against Notre Dame, 2 assists on Friday, another assist on Saturday, a couple shots on net. Was closer to 50% for the faceoffs, or over 50% for faceoffs as well. And he had a block shot. Like he is just, it's very funny to me that he's different line mates this year, completely different players than he had before. And he looks just like he is doing exactly what they need him to do. And he even, like, again, we talked about the fact that we wanted to see him play with more pace, like continue making plays at high speeds. He's doing it. He looks like his skating's improved even more. I was listening to Chris Peters and Cam Robinson talk about Michigan State in general. Nightingale, all of the players are like fully bought in. They also have like a world-renowned like strength and conditioning guy that's been there forever. And someone like Porter Martone in like a month and a half put up like 25 pounds of muscle. It is just like a freak of nature. And it's funny, he's putting up crazy points. And some of the goals he's scoring are ridiculous.
Imagine that I formation forecheck. Martone and Stramel.
Was those two playing with oh god damn it. Oh my god. What's the kid's name? Whatever. They're 3 completely different hockey players, but like both like Martone's the big criticism of Martone. Yeah, Russell. The big criticism with Martone coming into the draft was just like if he wants to physically engage and he's like up for the game, like he is an absolute menace. He's unstoppable, and he's going to score four goals, and he's going to run you through the glass, and he's going to finish with like 13 hits. So it's just he takes so many games off. He's fully bought in, and like he's had a few games where he looks more like a passenger, but he's still scoring goals because Stramel is just legitimately everywhere. But the 3 of them have just like made this incredibly fun line to watch. Russell's got a ton of skill, and he also plays super hard. He can chip in offensively too, but like they're just a really, really solid trio. And then you've got this third line for Michigan State of Riker Lee, Eric Nilsson.
Mateo's boy.
In the was it Menisto? Is that the finisher? Is he playing with? You would think I would have had this memorized by now. But the Riker Lee's pulling up. He's going SportsCenter top 10 mode. Like he was against fucking Notre Dame. He was going in on this like solo rush. He chipped the puck up to himself and then knocked it back down, put it between a kid's legs. And like unbelievable. But Michigan State by far and away best team in the country. And like
we knew that coming in. Like it was them and maybe BU in that discussion.
Yeah, BU's been
college hockey has been in the blender besides Michigan State.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean fucking Duluth is what, 3rd in the country now?
I didn't even check today. Shit, they were what, like 5 last week?
Yeah, I think they were
either way.
I think they were 3.
Good for you, Veach.
Yeah, they are putting up insane numbers too.
No, that one line is putting up insane numbers.
Yeah,
you know that they're doing well when Jesse Marshall posts something being like, Zam Plant's good.
Yeah.
Let me break down all the reasons why. It's like, all right, well, that line is clearly doing well.
Yeah.
He's number 3 on that line.
Yeah. But either way, before I strip or go too far away, again, Charlie Stramel with 3 more points this weekend. He's got 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points through 10 games. He's playing right around like 19 minutes a night. 6 block shots, and he's winning just over 50% of those faceoffs. But he is looking like the player that they drafted in the first round. Like we're getting since he's got to Michigan State, like he is just being the player that they were drafting, which is obviously incredibly encouraging.
So I think we were all in the moment shocked. Immediately, you and I jumped into the defense. Wisconsin was tough. The second he said he was going to Michigan State, we were very optimistic and hopeful. He's better than I expected. I didn't think this wasn't the best outcome that I had envisioned. This is beyond that. So I'm thrilled for him, thrilled for the Wild, thrilled for our boy Judd. Do you think that Charlie gets his first NHL game this season?
Probably no. I don't know if they're gonna want to.
Well, it's gonna get signed,
right?
Because otherwise, I think August he expires, doesn't he? Or does he have one more year after that? He might have one more year because
he's got one more year. He was already at Wisconsin when he got. Yeah,
he does have one more year. Shit. Okay, maybe they do wait. I don't know. We'll see how they like, dude. If he wins a natty, you're telling me they're not going to sign him and let him play his one gimme game and then send him to Iowa?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like
hopefully is in the playoffs.
Yeah, it'll depend how they feel about burning a year. That's pretty much it. Just a few players to touch on here. I mean, Saturday, Adam Benak once again, just a monster game, 3 more points. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of new stuff to say about him, but he's up to 34 points in 19 games. And if anyone has the ability to watch the Brantford Bulldogs in the OHL, that team top to bottom is one of the most enjoyable products I've ever watched. Like, they have so many guys that I love to watch play hockey. They've got one guy who we'll talk about next week for the NHL draft. Actually, they got a couple. But Caleb Malhotra, he's having a really nice draft season. They got another defenseman who's awesome. He's probably at this point, probably
Malhotra sounds like an outside shot at World Junior too now.
I would not be surprised.
I just learned this. I think it was, I just caught up over the weekend to some of Jeff Merrick's stuff, but do you know who the owner is of that team? Do you know who owns that team? Not like in a, like, oh, you got owned. Like, no, like financial stake owner. The boy in the NHL who is only there because his parents have money.
Oh, the Hypens, yeah.
I did not know that. That's a way more fun wrinkle to like how we're clearly going to be following this team all year.
Yep. Well, now it's going to have to be.
But, I mean, you got to imagine their facilities are immaculate with all of that mommy and daddy money.
Obviously. Yeah, they just moved. Last year was the first year. Brantford. They were the Hamilton Bulldogs before. But yeah, I mean, strongly encourage anyone that's able to watch. If you can watch OHL hockey, if you can watch the Brantford Bulldogs play, they like every game is very fun. And like specifically guys like Benak, O'Brien on that power play, like it's a joke. It is an absolute joke. Obviously, Matt Holtz is playing really well, so he's tail end of my first round, which again we'll talk about next week. But so just going back with the Minnesota Demir, Benak continuing to just torch that league, doing exactly the things we were hoping to see from him this year in the OHL. So that's always great. But a guy that every time we talk prospects, I'm going to bring him up because he just had another very fun. He played 2 games this week, North Bay Battalion. Lirim Amidovski is going to be an NHL player. He's going to be a very fun bottom 6 guy with legit skill. But like, even I was watching the game last night where he put up another goal and an assist. So he's now up to 12 points in 19 games, just ripping shots. I think he's averaging like 7 or 8 attempts a game at this point. But I forgot. God, I wish I wrote down exactly how the announcers described him, because they were talking about him, and then he somehow created a turnover and just turned on the Jets and was like, within half a second, he was 8 strides ahead of everybody. But they were just like, he's big. Basically, they're like, he is described as like a rocket ship. He just does not stop moving, and he moves at 1,000 miles an hour, and he hits everything that moves, and he's got some legit hands. And then he did the exact thing that they were talking about, like while they were talking about him. He is so fun. I am terrifyingly high on the future for Lirim Amidovski. I think, again, not going to be a guy that you're going to see in Minnesota like next year, the year after.
This about a month or two ago.
Well, he kind of came on the team out of nowhere last year. But he is just like, again, he is flying around the ice, throwing the body around on the forecheck, turning pucks over. And I am loving this season how he is just looking to rip the puck on net. Again, finishes last night, second star of the game, 2 points, 8 shots on goal. Also had the shootout winner, which was a nasty shootout goal. He is just so fun. So the last 5 or 6 games, he has just been on a tear. Even when he doesn't show up on the score sheet, like North Bay, I think they're right down the middle 500 team, but like he stands out pretty much every shift he jumps over the boards for. Like he's doing something. It's high event hockey, and I think obviously long term there's going to be some refinement to his game overall, but definitely one to watch like mid to long term as far as like developing the prospects. But he just looks, I can just like picture him and Stramel playing on like a third or fourth line together, and it is like absolute fucking chaos.
How good is Michigan State?
That's going to be one of the guys that we're going to have to wax.
All right, well, then let's rewind quick. Benak. Way too early to say, but like, let's just say this season keeps going the way that you think, expect, hope. Is the move for him to do another year in the OHL, or like, is this a guy that should be looking to play college?
I mean, I have a feeling if he went college, he'd probably be a one and done.
Well, like most of the guys from the CHL are.
I don't know. Brantford's a really, really, really good environment. Like that, even.
So the answer is depends on how many guys leave.
Yeah, like
if it's like Medicine Hat.
If it's a Medicine Hat situation, obviously, like looking to play, if you can play college hockey, I'd probably say that's probably the move. But Brantford's just a really good environment. Again, like they're going to have guys there next year too. Like they've got a couple draft prospects, and then some guys that are overagers that'll still be there next year.
He's not a guy you'd consider for AHL, right?
Not next year. No, he could probably do one more year in the O, or if he goes to play college hockey, then you probably look at him like not next season, but the year after for the AHL. Just to get like, again, he's already played pro hockey. It'd also be very fun if he went to college, though. Now I think about it, played pro in Czechia, went to the USHL, went to the OHL, then played college hockey. That's quite the circuit.
I mean, was the original plan to play college hockey if he went to the USHL?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Wouldn't one think?
He got drafted super high in the O. I think he was like top 5 or 6 last year. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you go to the USHL and then the OHL?
Right. Yeah, there you go. Second overall.
Back on track. Sorry, I just had to I'm very curious with a guy of his stature. Like, what is the correct path?
Yeah. Again,
Send him to Vermont.
You want him to go to Vermont?
Well, it's Marty St. Louis.
Yeah. Just follow that path if you could. Just go down that. If you could develop like Marty St. Louis, we'd appreciate it. Shouldn't be. Was that hard?
Yeah, but then you have to hate him when he ends up coaching Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah. God damn it.
Tough.
I just can't hate him. God damn it. Oh God, that really just sent shivers down my spine. So thanks for that. But those are the two guys of the CHL I wanted to touch on.